Primarily, I started making things I wanted in my apartment. I had some wall space, so I made a flag out of corrugated steel. And then I ran out of wall space, so I started hanging things from the ceiling. I was trying to think of what I could put up there that would look good and that wouldn't take up space. So I started making fish. Be like an aquarium. The word got out and I started selling pieces. And I was making a flag for one of my clients. I was making him a big copper and aluminum flag. And this was right before 9/11. We brought it to Union Square Park and people signed it and put etchings in it and memories of 9/11 of people they lost. So it was really an amazing experience.
Here we have a copper and aluminum sculpture that was made by an artist. 6 weeks of heart and soul work put into it, and then when he decided, after seeing the crisis, to donate it to the firemen. And for the last 3 days he's dragged it to the park and allowed people to literally etch messages to the firemen on it. He had sold the artwork, as I say, for $9,000, and he's decided to rip up the check and donate it instead after all these messages are written. This is the artist, Bates Wilson. Bates, tell me why you decided to let people write all over your artwork.
Well, it just gives them a chance to touch something, you know, and communicate a little bit of the feelings they have towards, you know, the people that sacrifice so much for us.
The thing I love the most is taking stuff and giving it a new life. I mean, everything I make has something, either recycled materials or raw materials or pieces from something that have been made before, like a vacuum cleaner, or I got doorknobs and all kinds of things. But the key is to not make them look like they're been recycled. A complete new life. Trying to give it a rebirth or a resurrection. Sometimes a piece will get defined or will be born through finding something. Like I'll find a great ear to an industrial cake mixer or something, and it's such an amazing shape and unusual design that I'll say, well, that would look great as a beak of an eagle. So then from that one piece, I'll fabricate a whole body and something's been reborn. What I also like to do is bring movement to things that we normally look at as hard and static, but also making them beautiful and have a line and create movement from things that aren't necessarily fluid. Everything I make is hands-on. You got to beat this stuff down. Use your hands to form it. I started a series with planes because working with the airplane form, which is pretty amazing streamline, and taking the plane and making it, giving it a life. Like this plane is kind of like a mother landing, trying to protect a nest, and just kind of these planes are moving through the air in a life contrary to what they were created for. This was the first kind of bird-like thing I made, and that was all these things. This is made from a juicer, a Hoover vacuum, and something else is in there. This is the Diamond Lounge, made out of diamond plate, aluminum, and steel, and it's got a, you know, it's all like recycled stuff and materials that have been discarded and refocused, and it's actually pretty comfortable. It would be a good psychotherapist chair for dealing with deep neurosis because it's so solid to support. I made a series of surfboards. This is the only one left of the series. It's got the the look of kind of like a wacky curving surfboard and runs supposedly on gasoline and all this kind of. It's been torn off by some kind of shark or some kind of creature like that. But the whole idea is like, what is it? And it's got familiar things. It looks kind of like a surfboard, but then it's got things on it that are out of the flow. We've got the fish. This is one of the fish from the fish series that is still around, and it is made from a fan base and industrial pipe and knickknacks from a salvage bin, the little dots here, and wheels from a coaster, and kind of a mysterious movement to it that doesn't really have a definition. They're not really based on any fish that exists. It's just kind of a creation unto itself, made from pieces of whatever's around. The way I work is like I find everything I need. If I need something, I've learned to trust that it's around me. Instead of having to go and buy something that I need, like a piece, I just kind of adapt to what I have around me. And it's always provided. So in that sense, it is a spiritual thing. It's like everything I need is around me, rather than thinking I need to have this piece of machinery or I need to have better materials or more equipment that can do different tasks. I know that it's all here, and when the time comes to move in a direction, then I'll have some guidance there as well. Being a catalyst for some kind of coming together of things, which is a nice way of looking at it. You know, taking things from finding a doorknob somewhere in Mississippi and bringing it together with a shoehorn from Nebraska. That's a marriage made in heaven right there. Because that's kind of hopeful. The thing is, I mean, we're always looking for ways to redefine ourselves and to grow and to take parts of ourselves we're not that crazy about and to turn them into something that's new and different and that has a new life. And by taking this stuff and creating something new, it's kind of a message for myself and for everybody that we can kind of take something and make something new out of it and make it actually better than what it was initially. There is a great meditation and reward in working on something for weeks on end, one thing for weeks on end, and then when you're done, regardless of what the outcome is, you know you've accomplished something, and that's just a good feeling. It's a strong feeling.
The drops that dribble down my window pane, they wash away my shadow and don't even leave a mark upon my soul. They leave the rainbows in the dark.
You never know who can come by. Somebody might be on a way to a gallery and see your stuff. Check your website out at bateswilson.com.